And we're back now with our series, Medical Mysteries and Miracles. Taylor Muhl was born with an unusual birthmark. The pigment on one side of her stomach does not match the other side. Doctors told her parents it was nothing to be concerned about, but as Taylor grew older, she also started to suffer some health issues. So she went in search for answers. And what she found will shock you. Watch this. Taylor Muhl has a lot going for her. She's a singer-songwriter and is devoted to spreading the word on body positivity. But Taylor says she's experienced medical challenges for about half of her life, often becoming sick, showing different symptoms, she says, of autoimmune disease.
I probably did not really start getting any health challenges, probably until like my preteens and then my teenage years. And, you know, I would go to the doctors a lot and I'd get, you know, the flu all the time or sinus infections, you know, chronic sinus infections or, you know, migraine headaches. And they couldn't find anything. You know, I'd go to a normal doctor, I'd go to a specialist, blood testing, I'd have, you know, CAT scans, MRIs, but it still wasn't enough to kind of explain why I was having more so like autoimmune symptoms.
As it turns out, a major clue to Taylor's medical mystery was visible from the day she was born.
On my torso, I have a straight line that runs down the center of my stomach. The left side of the pigmentation of my stomach is a different color than the right side.
Taylor says that while this distinct physical trait has never caused her pain, it did capture her curiosity early on.
Probably like right before teens, you know, like before my preteen years, I was a dancer. And that is probably when I first really noticed, like, wait a minute, why doesn't my stomach look like the other girls' stomachs? So then I did approach my mom about it. And my mom just said, it's just a birthmark, honey, and you're special. And that's why you have it. I was just told by any doctor that had ever seen me, it's just a birthmark.
About 8 years ago, Taylor saw something that made her think there could be a possible connection between her birthmark and her illnesses.
I was watching a TV show, and they had shown a picture on the TV, and it looked identical to my stomach. And it was the first time ever in my entire life that I saw anybody who had a stomach like mine.
A week later, Taylor visited a specialist because she had a sore throat.
And I basically said, you know, I have a lot of health challenges, but I'm not really sure what they are. You know, I've been to doctors. I haven't really been diagnosed. And my mom was actually with me at the time at the appointment, and she goes, tell them about the show you saw. So I said, well, I do have this birthmark on my torso, and then I saw this show. So he said, do you mind if I look at your stomach? And I said, no. When I lifted my shirt, I could just see in his face, he was kind of blown away.
Joining me now, Taylor Muhl. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I know you said, you looked at your stomach, he almost fell out of his chair.
Yes.
Because he knew, and it would later be confirmed, that what?
That I had a condition called chimerism, which is, I am my own twin.
She is her own twin. So explain what that means.
So usually in the early stages of pregnancy, but it can also happen in a little, you know, later of the pregnancy as well. But usually in the early stages, fraternal twins fuse. I was a fraternal twin. We fused together in the womb. And so now I carry my siblings' genetic makeup throughout my own body.
You have 2 sets of DNA.
Yes, I've been told 2 sets of DNA, 2 bloodstreams, and 2 immune systems.
And that's why you've been having these autoimmune issues.
Yes. So this is just my particular case of chimerism. I can't speak for anyone else, but my body is treating my siblings' genetic makeup as foreign matter, and it wants to reject it, and it can't. So it strips my immune system. So my immune system is much lower than the average person's. I had some immune testing done a year ago, and my all-around immune count was almost as low as somebody who has cancer. So that's where the challenge is really coming in for me.
Did you ever have the feeling when you were, growing up, you know how some people always ask if they're a twin?
Yeah.
Did you ever have that feeling?
I actually did, and I tell this with total truth and nothing but the truth. I used to ask my mom, probably starting around like 5, 6 years old, if I had a twin. And my mom just could not believe where I was coming from with this, because she's like, why does she keep asking me if she has a twin? And my mom did her whole birth natural. She had 2 midwives. I was born in my house, not in a hospital. My mom never even had an ultrasound. So my mom would just go, well, I only gave birth to 1 baby. So no, not as far as I know, Taylor, you're not a twin. But I kind of had an obsession when I was young. And I know a lot of girls do that. They want to dress like their girlfriends. But mine was like an obsession. Like every girlfriend, it was like, we have to look exactly alike from head to toe. And then I kind of even did it like teen years too. And then finally as an adult, I grew out of it. But
what was, when you found out that you did once have a twin who is now part of you, what was that like emotionally?
So I always say, emotionally, it is sad, because I could have had a sibling to go through life with, and I actually am an only child. My mom was not able to have any more kids after me. I grew up with a best friend who is literally like my sister, so I grew up, and she's 2 years older than me, so I never really grew up as an only child. But, still, this would have been a twin, and it would have been an entire different experience and situation. So it is sad for me, emotionally, but it was so freeing at the same time when I found this out, because it was like, oh my gosh, this makes sense now. My stomach, why, all the health challenges. And so
I'm not crazy, because you're always led to believe you're nuts when you know there's something wrong with you, but they can't diagnose it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was so frustrating. And I'm a type A personality, and so I'm always, like going. But sometimes my body can't keep up with my brain. And I think that's the hardest part.
This trait, chimerism, has implications for Taylor's life, including when she becomes a mother. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to be joined by a doctor and Taylor's mom right after this break.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.